As they say around here, keep Austin weird. They're going to keep it electric today inside Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, home to the Longhorns. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Longhorns will put total leather and we'll get started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Takes the handoff. It's Knox. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Out of the gun, the inside give. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well.
Yeah, the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
He's back to throw on second down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Ball in the air, intercepted. Looking for more room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
Excellent field position here for the offense. On the run, it's McMillan. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Run in the red zone, it's McMillan. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. And now on third down after that last run. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Ball is free. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Man, it was a good run, right? Down, you knew you had the first down. Now just take care of that football. You see a lot of times those second efforts, fighting for extra yards, and that's when running backs seem to cough it up.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
On second down, he'll let it fly. And the pass is intercepted. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Fires to the end zone. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
The Longhorns have it with a first and goal. They'll try to run it in. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Second and goal for the offense. Trying to barge in. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. Looking to throw. And he's got it! Touchdown, Longhorn!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Knox.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that that we just saw, which can help them get that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Feeling some heat. He's got his man. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Well, the defense dialed up the blitz. Quarterback knew he was going to get hit, but he also knew it was man coverage, so he found his best matchup. He got it out of his hands early, right before getting smacked to get that completion.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. He's got the back in the middle. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
You know, one of the areas that separate good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offenses are on 3rd down passing plays. That was the perfect call at the perfect time, and obviously executed.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. Headed to the end zone. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels! Up and over, Yamo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it. A lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, get that touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Right down the boulevard. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a couple of ranked teams having at it this week, and take a look at what's going down. Alabama is on the short side of things right now, but like the days of Tua and Devontae Smith in the 2018 title game, do not rule out a comeback. They're trailing by just 2 to Colorado. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, David. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man! And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Burnt Orange burning some secondaries, working this guy down the field.
Making those big plays down the field. Texas, when you think about great teams, you think about explosive playmakers, making those big plays, keeping those defenses on their heels.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Running behind that left side. Still on his feet at the 45. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Use the play fake, now to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
Still on the 35-yard line after that incompletion. Here comes 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's McMillan. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so 3rd down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He's looking to throw. Dumps it to the back. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
And the Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They're going to run it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Texas! After that, there might be a few extra tackling drills in practice this week.
Listen, when you only got one guy there, it makes it really hard to get to the ground. You need a swarm. Learn about other guys. You got to get 1, 2, 3 more guys to the football. Make sure you get them on the ground.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Fires to the big fella. Tackled, but he has a 1st down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the 1st down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle...
And he's running in the open. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. From the gun, running back on the move.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They give it to him again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On third down, he drops to throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. Touchdown, Longhorns! Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble.
And I love the way they break on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and I tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
The kickoff team just about set to go, and that defense is eager to get back out there after the scoop and score. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Quick release on the RPO. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. He's got it. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. The Rebels are moving quickly down the field. From the shotgun, the inside give.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Ole Miss! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense set on first down. They go to the ground. At the 35, he's got room. Oh, look out, there he goes. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Looking for space. It's Cantrell. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
Trying play action. Lets it go to the end zone. He caught it. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Really nice timing on that play. Receiver working against zone coverage on the perimeter. He's able to settle down, fight back to the football, and pick up the first.
This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Texas. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Though there are some notable exceptions, typically great pass rushers aren't nose tackles, but that was a great pass rush.
They're not nose tackles usually, those great pass rushers, but they are grown men. I mean, those are some adults in there. Those are the 300-plus pounders that will just destroy you in the run game. Well, nice job using his hands, using some power to shrink that pocket and get the sack.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Looking to throw for it. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
Leaves it with the running back. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone. They'll immediately call timeout.
These QBs that can scramble and buy time, you just got to have a lot of energy. I mean, you got to keep chasing, keep chasing. Sometimes you run upfield, you got to retrace your steps. QB won that battle, and now you got another chance, first and goal. Get your mind right. Let's hold them to a field goal.
After the run, now to throw. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Out of the gun, they give to the back. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Texas 35, Ole Miss 14.
We're ready to get it started here in the second half. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10.
Get set.
Leaves it with the back. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, defense has first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. They'll try the run. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Okay, ready?
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
Lasso. Ready, go.
Off the play fake. Looking for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Release to the back. And that pass picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Quick strike complete. At the 35, he's loose. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. The offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Arguably the game of the week, fellas, with two top 25 teams locking horns. Alabama looks like a legit title contender right now, which they kind of do every year, but man, this offense is rolling. They're up by 22 over Colorado. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He leaves it with the back. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
And the Longhorns are on the move. To the ground with the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Looking for a gap. It's Cantrell. Gets away from one. He's got space. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Texas 35, Ole Miss 21.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Give to the running back. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
Third down coming up.
Ready?
Ball's at the 22. Third and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? They'll run it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10.
Pound 55 weak.
Takes a handoff. It's McMillan. They get him down, but not before he picks up 6 to the 7-yard line.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
3rd and 2, trying to be physical, trying to... front, almost there, Palmer, just short, 4th and inches.
Yeah, and he was so disappointed he didn't pick up that first. He's looking over to the sidelines right now, asking for the ball again here on 4th.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas! That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
When you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home, and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet stick. They've been so loud. You know they've impacted this game, and that's the beauty of college football, helping their team get back in the win column.
On the run from inside his own 5. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
He'll try to tack on one more. Splits those uprights right in half. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. They're lining up to kick it off, full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. The give to the single back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Longhorns will call on their punt team. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. He gets a block. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Floats it out in space. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
He's got his man. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
That is a great example of the D-line playing with tremendous awareness. That player knew he was not going to get to the quarterback. He wasn't going to sack him. So he slowed himself down, got under control, located the quarterback, and then got his big paws in the air to knock it away.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Snapped it in the shotgun. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stop? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. They still need a touchdown and 2-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the 4th. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Here comes the Texas offense.
Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage. You're probably getting blitzed. It's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you've got to use your timeout. You've got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work. Throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this